So now what we need to do is we need to finish our setup. So we have our rotate group and we have this. Now we're never going to move our world group, and we do have a problem. We can't just move our rotate group as well too. And well, we'll go through the setup and I'll explain how it's going to go. So we're going to use some constraints to finish up so that when we move this, everything moves with it. That's what we want. I don't want to parent this to this because I want to get you guys, and granted this is a very abstract concept for everyone in this room, is I want to do something and start thinking about making a rig that's non-destructive. That means if I delete the control, it doesn't delete the rig or the other parts of the rig. So what we're going to do is this. I'm going to take my rotate group and I'm going to group it to itself. And this is going to be my scale group. I'm also going to take the lock group and I'm going to place it inside of the scale group. I'm using hotkeys, so Control P. Using the P key to change my parenting, or Control P to unparent. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to use a constraint. Let's switch our tab to rigging and constrain. I'm going to select my trophyCon. Then I'm going to select my scale group. So click on the trophyCon. Control, select the scale group in the outliner. Everybody's familiar with the outliner, correct? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Constrain. What we're going to do is a parent constraint. You want maintain offsets checked. And then we hit apply. Now at this point, it moves with it. That's what we want. The next thing that we're going to do is I'm going to select my trophyCon and my scale group. Constrain, scale. So that if I need to scale this rig up or down, we have the ability to do that. That is something that is extremely important for all your rigs, that no matter what it is, to have the ability to scale. Let's do it one more time. Select the controls group. Control select the scale group. So select control. Control select the scale group, or control click on the scale group. Constrain, scale constraint. Now, the last thing that we need to do is we have to lock down the things that we don't want somebody to use. This is pretty straightforward, but it does rely on you having the ability to understand how your channels work. So in our control group, and I want you to look and jot down quick notes so you can look up and back, and have the ability to do that. So I'm going to, on my controls group, I'm going to select everything but visibility, right click, and we're going to lock and hide selected. Don't do this until your rig works. That means you've tested it multiple times. Does everybody understand that? Because if it doesn't, then you have to go back and undo this to get it to work. And the expectation is that your rigs are perfect when you turn them in. Does everybody understand that? Not halfway work, not somewhat broken, but they are perfect. So I'm going to select my controls group. I'm going to lock and hide everything but visibility. Scale group, the same thing. lock and hide everything but visibility. Now my rotate group, I'm going to lock and hide everything.
What's the second group name after control?
Scale. My right pivot, same thing. We're going to lock and hide everything. LT pivot. Lock and hide. My spin group, same thing. Select everything, right click, lock and hide selected. The geo group, we're going to lock and hide everything but visibility. My lock group, we're going to lock and hide everything but visibility. And I'm going to turn off the visibility so you can't see my locators. We'll keep it somewhat simple. File, save scene as. And you should have multiple instances of this, increments of this, iterations of this. So when I open up your file, I should see at least 3 iterations. And I'm going to save this as, even though I only saved 1. So cage, trophy, rig. And the final one that you're ready to turn in is going to have final. Outside of that, name, object, name, your initials, name of the rig, and then your iteration. So if you had more than 1 iteration, file, save as, even though I'm not changing this, then it will be B001, B002, B003, B004, then your final is final. Alright, now, and that's it. I should be able to move this. I should be able to scale my rig, and I should have full control over this, but then I should also have my ability to rotate and rotate with this without having to move my control, because I don't want that. And tilt left and spin and rotate. Now, oh yes. Oh no, we'll leave those open for right now. We won't make it too complicated.